Hello and welcome to the Smalls Island Woes developer commentary. I'm Shannon Strucci and I'm here with my friend David.
Hello, I'm David Rodriguez. I made this game with Shannon.
We made it in a weekend basically, right?
Yeah, a long weekend. I think we were running out of time, and then the time got extended one extra day, and it was exactly what we needed.
Yes. It was Easter weekend, and here in Georgia we were having like tornado problems. Like I didn't actually have a tornado, but I thought I was. So it's like I needed to do some art for the game, and then I was like, I'm sorry, David, I have to go downstairs and take everything out of the closet so we can hide in it so we won't die if there's a tornado.
Yeah, I was actually going to make this about a tornado, but then you said that and I felt bad.
So it was your idea to do a Lighthouse game. Do you want to kind of explain the thought process behind it?
Yeah, since the jam's like theme was just like walking simulator, not a lot of gameplay. I had this idea to do something about repetition and having the player go through the same motions over and over again and change things to play with the expectation. And the lighthouse was just like a nice visual cue to guide the player, and they are cool.
Yeah, neither of us has seen the movie The Lighthouse, which people have brought up talking about it. Which I thought is interesting. I haven't seen the movie, but I think this might spoil the movie, so skip ahead to this time code if you don't want Lighthouse spoilers. But I think it was partially inspired by the Smalls Lighthouse incident, which is what this game is named after. And every single person who's played it thinks it's Small Island Woes and not Smalls Island.
Yeah.
Which is great. That's our own fault for giving it a weird name.
Yeah, I mean, we were asking for people to get it wrong.
Because we were trying to figure out a title, and I'm like, I think what happened on Smalls Island was really scary and sad and interesting. And you were like, Smalls Island Woes is the title? And I was like, yeah, that sounds great. And that's how we got the title. It's not directly related, like, whatever happened in that like true life story is not related to the game, but
or is it?
There's only one lighthouse keeper in this game.
Yeah.
So I thought I keep looking at this because this is like a glitch in the textures that people keep thinking is a tower in the distance, and I think that's funny.
Yeah, the whole game happens inside of a sphere, and that's one of the sims of the sphere. And the island really is just another block that I played around with in Blender, and then I had to block everything with invisible walls because yes, there was a lot of bugs early on.
So here's our first NPC. This is the fisherman. Who I think that was one of the ones that you wanted me to draw specifically, was a fisherman. He's got a little bucket of fish heads.
Yeah.
And I gave him chopper eyes. I gave all the NPCs Tony chopper eyes to try to make them look friendlier. Because our idea was kind of to have like friendly stock NPCs who get more and more like corrupted as the game goes on, or meaner or creepier.
Yeah, and I think that we got there.
People get freaked out as the game goes on. Who did you say people keep saying he looks like?
Nafkin is the name from the Mummies, I think.
Is it Nufkin?
I might be saying
Snufkin?
both words wrong. Snufkin, yes, thank you.
And we got our friend Paul to voice him.
Checking in that lighthouse again.
Yeah, he did a great job.
He did. We told him to do a hokey performance on purpose because we both like Silent Hill 2. And I think the kind of like weird, not realistic voice acting in that game makes it creepier.
Excuse me,
I'm sorry. I
No,
was
it's
just...
okay. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm kind of lost.
Lost?
Yeah. I'm looking for Silent Hill. Is this the right way?
Yeah.
So we kind of did that on purpose. These aren't supposed to be like realistic characters.
Yeah.
It would be that would be a failure if they were.
I read some people saying like, these people sound like really rough and weird. And it's like, yeah. Thank you.
I
I wanted to make like a wooden house for him, like by the pier, it was on the original blueprints for the island, but I didn't have time to model it.
Oh, like a little shack for his little fishing thing? Aw. And then you said this was like a placeholder house texture?
Yeah, these are all placeholder houses. They weren't all supposed to look the same and be a cube with a Google image picture on them. But you know.
The trees and stuff were my tests with a brush from a Photoshop brush set for concept art, and I just sent you a bunch of like weird branches and trees, and then that's what's on the island as well. That's what the trees are made with.
Almost all the trees and bushes and a couple other things are in the same PNG that you sent me day one.
I noticed that this one is just like a really tall version of it.
Listen.
I love it.
3 days, okay?
Yes, some of it we can point out too. The lamps were added later. There's some little things that we did later. We didn't like totally redo the game.
Footsteps, the lamps, the rocking chair, the knocking on the doors. I think that might have been already there. There is a bench over the fences on the far right.
Ooh. In the orchard.
I like it.
I remember talking about it, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, you said maybe we could put a bench, and it's barely noticeable, but I like it. It is also a cool scene when you look at it on the last day, because there is something on the back there.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
So this is concept art brushes plus a Google public domain Apple image. This is the Apple lady. Voiced by our friend Shelby, who is supposed to be another very friendly stock NPC.
Hey Shannon, why did you make the Apple lady so sexy?
We've been watching a lot of Let's Plays, and so many people make like sexual comments at the Apple lady, and this is what she looks like. She's a little cartoon lady.
Is that talking to her like from this side makes her look like a giant because of the slope?
Maybe that's why people just
hello.
And we were I think someone on Twitter joked about her feet, and we were talking about let's put shoes on the Apple lady so people will stop hitting on her.
Maybe I will just lower her like 10 inches into the ground so the feet are inside the ground.
Hide the feet. There's a cat.
Yeah. Cute and harmless.
Yeah. There's one of our friends. We're gonna spoil the game. One of our friends who played it was joking that the cat was like a killer, and it's like, well.
Uh-oh, the little boy.
Something keeps attacking me at night.
I think it's this cat. Have you checked this cat?
With glowing red eyes? Is that what tipped you off?
Is it?
Something might be weird about the cat?
Why are you staring at me now?
Peeps, you solved it. That's what you have to do, to look between them again and again and again.
Have you played this game already? Or looked at the thumbnails of like half the Let's Plays of it?
Welcome back to the island.
I love the thumbnails.
They're great. The time people spend photoshopping some of those thumbnails is longer than I spent on some of the drawings.
Yeah,
in the game.
My favorite was one of the Chinese Let's Plays had the demon version of the cat with like 3 heads and
like giant
fiery
necks.
background.
That one was really cool. But I did all the character art. And you wrote the fisherman's lines, and I wrote everybody else's lines for the most part. You did the cat ones and the fisherman, right? Yeah,
I did most of the lines that kind of appeared over the development time, and we didn't plan for.
Yeah,
because we needed some text to be there.
And you did this.
Play and stop record, not disc.
I told David that you wouldn't call a record in a record player a disc. That was the original. That looks really good.
Right? It's just part of the model, but the pixelation makes the things really look like shiny.
That's cool. And there's a postcard. Oh God, where I'm on top of.
No, listen. No, Shannon, stop breaking my game.
Okay.
Well, when it's breaking, it's your game.
Yeah, it's my fault. I had nothing to do with coding it. I just did art. A lot of people in Let's Play comments pointed out that looks like it says waste of weed. I don't see that.
You say a lot of people. I didn't see these people ever. I want to point out. I think you just wanted me to change the line. That is a great line.
No, I like the line. Here's a painting I did.
Yeah. So happy.
Like last night or something. Like.
I love the fisherman by the side.
Yeah, he's got his fish bucket, and the apple lady's basket is there. So the gang's all there. And here's
sure.
here's a crab that I painted.
She's only apples for you.
I used to paint a picture of a real crab as reference, but it was cooked. So this is based on a dead crab.
I didn't know that. That's disappointing, Shannon.
I don't know. I love crabs. I think they're really cute, but they taste really good. And I don't eat most meat.
You killed our friend the crab.
I killed. Well, maybe it would rather be dead than what it is by the end of the game.
Agree to disagree.
I like the lamps are new. So the new stuff in here is like the lamps, the rug, and new lines for every day. We only had one line in here for most of it.
Opening drawers in the closet.
Oh yeah, all that.
Advanced technology there.
It's 2020. We can open little pixelated closets.
Mm-hmm.
I like the rug. I think my only note with the first version of this rug, I was like, it's too bright.
Yeah.
I wonder if there will be anything in that gap later in the game.
That gap is only there because I couldn't fit the structure of the lighthouse to this automatic stair that I made on Unity.
There's the machine.
Look at the little lantern.
Aw, it's cute. Let's check. This is, so yeah. The whole idea of the game is that you're a lighthouse worker who comes here every week to fix it, but there's nothing to fix really.
Yeah, I know nothing about lighthouses and how they work. And every time I see a Let's Play, it's like the person is like, I guess that's all right, like a machine that makes the lighthouse work, of course. And I'm like, sure, yeah, that's right.
So we did a lot of research.
So far, nobody has called me out on bullshit, so.
Feel free to take one. We have plenty.
And one thing we really wanted to lean into with this is like, not necessarily trying to make players frustrated, but like give them stuff to do that they couldn't actually do. Like we did that on purpose. Like you can't take an apple from her, and later on when the boy asks for help, like you can't help the boy. And it was fun watching people like just freak out and be like, come get in my boat, come on. It's like, no, you can't.
Dog,
Yeah.
she's missing.
Shannon was really invested in the suffering of this boy.
I did. Oh, there's something I did later on with his dialogue that I'm very proud of. But yeah, that's it for the first day, I think.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of stuff that will change over time.
See you, pal. Be careful out there.
Look at how nice he is in the first day. This is not gonna last very long.
I'll miss him. It's not PS1 style, but I do like the reflections of the water.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
Like it looks good. Oh, what's that over there? Uh-oh.
Oh, back at it again.
What?
Aren't you tired?
What's that? That's weird. That's new. Uh-oh. We'll ignore that.
I don't know what you're talking about. I only see pixels.
Please let me know if you see my dog.
Yeah, in the first version of the game, there were no images of the dog or anything anywhere.
Why don't you want any of the
Yeah.
apples?
People just had to wonder how the kid could lose a dog in this
This tiny
microscopic island.
I like your idea of the apple cores too.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Little sinister things. A lot of Let's Players. I had a lot of fun watching a lot of Let's Plays and picking up on how many jokes they all made, like the same joke, because it's what it came to them. And a lot of people were like, the kids said like, "Oh, my dog's missing," and like half the people were like, "Look at the cat." No, it's right there.
And there's a plant that I drew.
Yeah.
The first journal. I liked your lines for this, where even when you're introducing that the protagonist has a journal, he just like hates himself and hates having one. Like, I'm an idiot. Why do I even do this?
Yep.
You asked me to draw knickknacks, so I just like drew a random candle. I was like, here's a bunch of knickknacks. I don't know.
Yeah. And I put it there because I didn't know what to put there before other things appear there.
So it's just a candle and a little thing.
But I like that at least there is something there so people can expect to, like, can check there on the coming days.
That was we wanted people were good about, even though it never changed until the last day in the first version, people would come in and see the thing that we put over here.
Yeah, they set the bar super high for, like, exploration and stuff. Every time a Let's Player that didn't explore or didn't even talk to everyone all the days appear, I was like, nah, disappointed. You failed me.
You have to talk to everyone to get the story. Yeah. That's like what the game is. I guess people don't know that if they expect something else. I don't expect people to check the room every day.
It is not that usual that the dialogue changes like on the same day, like going and coming back. But I'm glad that people notice it so much, so frequently.
I'm glad we did all of the voiceover, apart from a couple lines we added later, like the day of. Because we had I gave you the beep noises, the bit, like Animal Crossing talking. Everyone had.
I like the blip blips. I want to say, but the voices are way better.
Yeah, I think it adds some level of personality. And the lady and the fisherman are just voiced by two of my friends who are on a podcast with me, who I knew would be free. And a mysterious other character that comes in later is voiced by our friend who does voice acting stuff.
Listen to Critical Bits.
Yeah, listen to Critical Bits.
Oh, a red collar. That's weird.
That's weird, yeah. I didn't realize you can see the red collar before you know what it is, so that's interesting. Because this is something else we added later on.
Yeah, I think I tried a couple different days, but I think seeing it before you read the line and like realizing that you know it's there is better than the alternative.
Oh yeah, I think so too. I think this is the first like meaner line he has.
Yeah.
Because whatever you're doing is not like you're not really doing anything that making that much of a difference, but you're definitely helping some kind of evil thing on the island.
Mm-hmm. I love hearing all the theories from everyone, from all the Let's Players.
It's really and I love that people notice the purple plant up there and they're like, "What's that?"
Yeah,
it is
they
interesting.
Immediately notice that.
Because this is true when you write any kind of horror story, in my experience, or story with like kind of abstract or strange themes to it, is that people will latch on to stuff that had no thought or meaning put in, and then not notice stuff you actually put a lot of thought into.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people said, "Oh, what is this purple plant thing here? Oh, this purple thing must be a portal to another world, and that's where it's coming from and infecting the island." And I'm, sure, why not?
Like that lighthouse is more valuable than human life, including yours.
There's a sort of like, we don't like capitalism comment. It's about doing a repetitive, pointless job.
Yeah, maybe capitalism is the monster.
The monster on Smalls Island all along. And people too, early on, they were calling it Lovecraftian. And I was like, it's not really Lovecraftian, like it's not supposed to be a Lovecraft thing. Then I was like, wait, I did the plants purple because of the color Out of Space, which is a Lovecraft story. So I was like, well, I guess it's a little bit Lovecraftian, fine.
I mean, you did make a couple monsters that are literally sea monsters.
They are. But Lovecraft didn't invent the crab monster. I made a crab monster with a bunch of eggs. Oh, let's see if we can get...
Oh, yeah.
Not yet. David can't hear the audio. It's just normal meows.
But I can feel it.
Meow.
There it was. Okay.
Were you clicking slowly?
Yeah, I was. I didn't just like spam it. Yeah, so as another thing that we added to the game is we got Jack to record a meow. But it's only, what is it, 1 in 20?
Yep.
Chance that you'll get it.
Something keeps attacking me at night.
Yeah, that's another moment where every Let's Player just looks to the cat and yeah, it's your cat, kid. You're stupid.
People get so mad at the characters. Or
Yeah,
like,
especially the apple lady.
oh yeah, I wonder why that is.
I wonder why.
Not everyone though. It's less than half of what I've seen of the Let's Plays. Most people are really nice and into it. It's really cool.
Yeah, those are the best. But like, more people get mad at the apple lady than people that get mad at the fisherman. And the fisherman is actively aggressive towards you for no reason. Yeah.
He's like, I hope you die. And they're like,
look at
man,
this cute star.
Mad at the lady. Oh, yeah, just a little starfish in a ship in a bottle.
I like that the way I wrote the lines is like the main character gets a little more positive and uplifting while the island goes to shit more and more.
Yeah, where he's like, he's like, I could do this. I think this is nice. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, this is fine.
What's that noise? This is something else we added.
I feel like I only wrote the animals don't survive here in smalls because I wanted to have smalls with the S at the end written inside the game so people can realize that it's not small island.
Oops. Whoa.
What's that?
What's that? Oh my gosh.
Testing the game, I kept forgetting that was there, and I never tested that. I never tested the hand. I just ran over and click on everyone.
Spooky scratches.
It's just making the bed for you.
I love that it like keeps doing it. Can hear that heart beating.
I wonder why. We don't talk about that.
There are so many things in the game that are where people are like, oh, this is really cool. I really like this. It's like it was an accident, or.
If you want to find out more about the heart beating, try to find the super secret in the game.
Oh yeah, do you want to leave the secret out of the commentary?
Yeah, yes, there is a secret in there. It was buggy a while ago, and people complained about the bug.
People found it, and then it didn't work.
Yeah. And for a while, for like 2 weeks, every time I watched a Let's Play, I was sweating in case they got to the buggy secret by accident, because it was super easy to get.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to get to now. Yeah, and that's the main character. And I don't know if how clear that'll be to people who play it.
Yeah, I like that it's subtle. That you don't really necessarily like get it, but
yeah, I would rather people not than it be like a really
there
obvious
to piece
thing.
It together.
Be careful. It isn't safe here anymore.
And there's a lot of stuff that's just sort of, I don't know.
Oh, and the fog also changes gradually every day.
Oh yeah, I was just watching a Let's Play where someone couldn't see the lighthouse from here on one of the days and was like, the lighthouse is gone! But it was just a fog.
Yeah.
Which is logical. I mean, that makes sense if you can't see it to think it's gone.
Maybe I should have made a day in there where there was no lighthouse.
It's like, where'd it
That's
go?
a good idea.
Well, that's a lot of weeks.
Yeah, I think that was my favorite part. Seeing the people react to every change, like whoa, and like seeing how bad everyone is at math.
Oh yeah, that's like a whole year.
Oh, what is that? Bloody footprints.
I
I don't love that some of the assets, like sprites specifically, like the characters and these bloody footprints, are not affected by fog.
Ah, so you can still see them. That's interesting.
So you can. We will see it later, but you can also see the rock monster, like from very far away.
Oh yeah,
Do you hear that?
I like that one. You wrote all these lines. Then no.
Yeah, I like them to be weird and cutting. And
You're kind of like telling the player no apples. You don't get to have any apples.
well, so many people try to get the apples then, you know.
It makes sense, but I mean,
Yeah.
For the jam we were doing, you weren't supposed to have very much gameplay or anything, so
I wasn't gonna go to an inventory system, that's for sure.
There's Garfield.
Yeah, that's that's not Garfield. That is. Shit, I can't think of any other cat names now. I can only think of Garfield and Heathcliff.
I drew it. I've had like a little wooden cat figure with a fishing pole before, and so that was one of the little knickknacks. Normally, it would like sit on the edge of this, and the little fishing rod would go off the side.
I don't know how many Let's Plays we'll get of the new version, but I'm really curious to see what people would think about the cat.
A little cat figure.
Do they have any theories about the cat or something?
That's sad. I like that. I like the more sad lines that you wrote.
Yeah, it's as long as the fisherman keeps getting meaner and more messed up and everything goes to shit, it's like the main character gets more human and realizes that they could be trying stuff. A friend.
Lots of blinky eyeballs that I drew. I was just like, here's some eyeball. I forget what you wanted them for. I was like, here's a bunch of eyeballs.
Yeah, I think in the beginning I wanted to have like a nest of stuff, but it was really hard to model something that would give off that impression. So just eyes. Just a bunch of eyes.
So I'm having issues with my mouse, which is why I keep turning weirdly.
I really hope it's not the sensitivity issues that I thought I fixed.
What's that? I don't think so.
I don't know.
What is that? I drew that. It's got a lot of eyeballs.
Yeah. There are a lot of eyeballs in this game.
I was thinking of like frog eggs. If you ever look at like a thing of frog eggs, it's just that's what it looks like to me. When I
also like that it's hard to make out the specific shape of it from here and with the pixelation.
Yes. I tried to take that into consideration a lot when drawing.
Mm-hmm.
And I originally had a portrait of the main character's face, and we were like, it's too clear.
Yeah.
We didn't like that, so we scrapped it.
I hear them every day now.
It is great how well they work. All the NPCs work, even from afar, with the pixelation.
Yeah. I tried to keep them in like sort of the same kind of naturalistic color palette, and make them very like where you could tell them apart from far away.
Can you help me?
Oh, this one is great.
Please? Please?
Okay, he says please twice, and it's gotten a lot of the people that we've watched play it is they'll start to walk away and they'll hear him say please again and like turn around. Although a lot of the time they'll be messing with the cat and won't even hear it.
Meow.
Oh, that was just meow on the first click. That's great.
Wow. I hope there's someone that only clicks once on the cat and only gets that one.
Meow. There's some bones I drew that hopefully people can tell are bones.
There they are.
I'm breaking the game again.
You can't. There are huge blocks of invisible wall on every fence.
So I kind of took this line as in like the initial reading is there are creatures that are after the main character, but you can also take it as there will be other lighthouse keepers after he's dead. Like So I think that was a really cool line that you wrote.
Can take the different meaning if you finish the game, maybe.
Yeah.
And a lot of people also think that the trees are dying. And it's like, not really. The trees are always dead. I just put more of them around. And they're like, oh, look, the trees are dying. Like, there were never live trees there. We didn't make any.
Yeah, just the apple trees. These are the same. It's a brush in that set that I just clicked twice to a darker and lighter brown. And here's Pigpen from Peanuts or whatever.
From Calvin and Hobbes, yeah.
Yeah, from Calvin and Hobbes. I was just kind of thinking of ways to make him look creepy, and I did a bunch of weird brown smoke behind him, and you were like, what if we animated that? And I was like, okay, and then I never really did anything else. Well, I mean, on the next set, he looks different.
Yeah,
but
giving the NPCs a tiny animation, even if it's just like before, like it was just the fishing pole. It makes them pop out a lot more from the environment.
think so, and it gives them a lot more life. It's just like a little bit more effort.
Yeah, they catch people's eyes. And the I love the eyes of the fisherman, how you got them to like different sizes, and from afar and from up close you get like these different weird shapes.
Oh yeah, the way that on the monsters too, the like eyeballs on the monsters, the way the pixelization filter works is really cool.
Yeah.
He didn't have a mouth on the first day, and now he's got like this weird smile, which I did on purpose. Like it's a smile, but he's more menacing.
Just a fisherman, nothing else.
Okay, here we go.
Wow, that's like many years. They shouldn't be alive.
Were they even ever alive? I think people take the game very literally. Oh, look, there's the babies. Okay, here's the crab monster I drew. People don't usually notice it at first. It's when they walk away and look back.
Yeah, I think they only notice it because of the thing I said about sprites not being affected by the fog. Because you used to be able to see it like from the lighthouse itself. There is a little thing now there to block the view. But
oh, that's good. So you can't see it from super, super far away.
Mm-hmm.
I drew it with little eggs behind it, and there are some of its babies over there. You can't really see them, but that's the lore.
You can see them in the closet.
Oh yeah, you can see them up close in the closet. He's got. So I drew the dripping blood off of some kind of meat thing he has hooked on his fishing pole. That's also in his bucket.
I
think this let's call him Corpse Fisherman is my favorite of your NPC drawings.
Thank you.
I don't know what you did with the mouth. It looks very creepy.
I accidentally put the cloudy stuff on the wrong layer, and the shading or the highlights from his face were above his skin, and I really liked how it looked. So it was another accident that just turned out good.
Great, another Bagnut feature.
I gave him the I really like the webcomic Sweet Home, and I intentionally gave him like the same creepy eyes that a lot of Sweet Home characters have.
Nice.
You're gonna die.
These are just more you asked me to draw more weird purple plants, so I gave them eye mouths things.
Yep. And people love those too.
They turned out good for a drawing that probably took me like 10 minutes to do.
Yeah, they rule.
For the background, like I did most of the sound design for the game, and for this background music, I just took the normal background sound and reversed it and added some weird effects to it. So the birds are backwards and have a weird effect on them.
I love how in a normal playthrough of people like going through the game, the weird noise always seems to like reach the end of the song and the music can stop in an important moment. Like people fix the machine and the sound stops and they are like, oh, the sound stopped. The machine is done or something. They go back.
It just timed out like that.
Yeah, it's a looping sound. Hey, a dinosaur.
So that lump in its neck is supposed to be the boy's head, like a snake.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
I did that on purpose. So it's like he ate a child. I gave it 6 legs, so it would have like a weird amount of legs.
It's like that optical illusion with the elephant. How many legs does it have?
Exactly. And it was like right when we were trying to finish, and you were like, can you take this house texture and put meat on it? And I was like, yeah. So I took a public domain image of like cured meat and messed with it in Photoshop.
The artistic intent. Can you put meat on this house?
So it looks spooky. And I was like, yeah.
The
people
purple
hate
plants
this.
Up close.
You what?
No, the purple plants. We can see them up close here.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you over the fly sound.
Yeah, the apple lady, the corpse apple lady is hard to listen. I'm sad that not many people notice the animation on the apple tree because it's very good.
Yeah. People don't really notice it. At least I didn't spend a ton of time on it, but I did want them to be like drippy. Okay, so what's over here? Oh, what's over here?
Look at that.
Look at the friends.
And a nice big spaghetti in the background.
And I animated the clouds. Not like moving them, but I did some like little different visuals on them. Oh, you change them to where they face the person now. That's creepy.
Yeah. Before they looked a little weird because they really seemed like paper floating around. I feel like I could have made a better job with the door texture, the meat door texture too.
It looks gross.
Yeah, that does gross. It looks. Also, I like the change that the Boodalam Shake is the name of the song for anyone wondering. Oh, hey, an eyeball. And it gets slower and slower every day. That was a nice change.
And it's a public domain song, and people would like cut out in their Let's Plays.
Yeah, I have to remember to add like to the game page like the song is public domain. You don't have to cut it. Oh, hey, look at that. I'm also sad when people feel the need to put music over the parts that don't have music.
Like of the game, or like dramatic music. I like that line you wrote there a lot for my weird crab drawing. It's so gross. Dead plant.
Oh.
There's the babies.
Where's the babies? Babies. Babies.
And the meat books.
Oh yeah. Ugh. Flesh books.
Those textures are gross.
So I redrew this in the original game. This corpse had black hair, but different people thought it was the little boy. And I was like, no. I will say there's a lot that's sort of like, well, it could be this or it could be that. We want to leave it kind of open-ended, but that cat ate that boy.
Yep.
That is not ambiguous. Okay, here we go. Here's my favorite monster. Ah!
Hello. Don't go away, friend.
Ugh, and that sound effect you put in for it scuttling away.
Yeah, that's a $1 million horse running. You can really feel the $1 million. I love the drawing too, the last lighthouse painting.
Thank you. I just stretched the lights and they look creepy to me.
Yeah.
That was another painting I did like last night or the night before. I was like, here's 30 drawings that I was behind on doing. Uh-oh. Whoop.
Uh-oh.
It's so gross. Was this another like meat texture?
Yeah. And this one, this thing is where I learned to do the animations, the changing a model with like shapes and stuff. And it was really fun.
It looks cool. Did you have any particular like inspiration?
Nope. I just wanted it to make something that looked biological, and just grabbed a cube and started stretching and messing it up. We didn't have enough time to like actually pick the machine and do something with that specific shape.
I like the blob, the flesh blob.
Yeah. And I mean, some people do notice that when you put it back up, it kind of shows. I like to imagine that it's on purpose and it's like squishing to get up there again. Also, up there where the machine goes, there is a cube that no one will ever see, but it says "Listen to critical bits."
Yeah, like if you break the game, if you
Someone
no clip
breaks the
through the
game,
ceiling,
they will see advertising.
Critical Bits, the podcast that I'm on. I guess some people, who like the game might and have no idea who either of us are might watch this. Who don't watch my video essays or listen to the podcast. Oh, there's that camel.
Well, you sent me a bunch of sounds to make for groans. I think we're all fucking awful.
They're so bad.
and like bad to listen to as a human being. And the camels were the only ones that like kind of fit and didn't make me want to die. So.
Well, when you search like moan or groan on freesound.org, you get a lot of pornographic stuff. So I had to like sort through that.
If we put a sexual moan on the apple lady, we would never hear the end of it. Look at that spaghetti.
Look at the what?
Sorry, I I am getting a lower frame rate.
Oh.
I was still looking at the big spaghetti going over the island. New line.
That's a line we added in. Later.
You can... Jack, other than having a great voice, also makes music. You can find that People Need Goals on Bandcamp.
It's really good. I used it on my new review that I just did.
Nice.
I licensed it from Jack. There's the babies.
Babies.
Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
No, I love these huge veins that we put recently into the game very late, and I love I should have made them more noticeable, how it's moving and like getting thicker and thinner with like blood or whatever. It's really fun to make.
It looks good. To me.
Another meat texture. I have a lot of gore textures now in my hard drive.
Dried meats, just like cut up nasty meat stuff.
Good riddance.
Aw, that's so mean.
I like that as closure for the game.
Well, yeah, it is us being mean to the player as well.
Yeah. And the new ending.
You did a fantastic job with this too.
Look at it go. The only thing I don't like is that I couldn't find an easy way to have the house move with that part that moves like way more than the rest.
Yeah.
So you can see the little patch of grass that I left underneath the house when I was painting the texture.
Well, I'm sure there's some sort of like supernatural reason for it, or like metaphysical reason that the houses don't move.
And I'm sure the YouTubers will find the reason for it.
It has been. It's very cool the way that people, like, we were making jokes about it, but this is the first time I've ever worked this much on a video game, and then that it's gotten a big response. And the way that people will read into stuff or come up with theories or treat it like a creepypasta or something.
Oh yeah, I love the theories. I make fun of them because some of them are more interesting than stuff I thought about. So
I think most of them are. We were just like, this would be creepy. I'm just gonna draw a crab monster, and someone's like, oh, the Lovecraftian. You know.
I did feel very good when one YouTuber like said something very similar to what I was thinking while making it, and it was like, oh, nice.
That you feel seen, or that people understand what you did.
I didn't make it so bad that no one, But it was very nice in the response. Everyone liked it, and everyone was super cool. Except the people that thirsted over the apple lady. Everyone else was super cool.
That's so weird. I'm gonna whenever I draw a different woman for a video game, I'm gonna be like, here we go.
To be fair, from my only other game that I made, TV Night, there is a monster with long legs, and I got sexual comments about the monster's legs too, and there's nothing there. So you cannot avoid that, really.
That's funny. But yeah, most people got into it and like appreciated it. And it was a game we made in 2 days. I didn't have expectations of that many people playing it, or of them thinking it was like art, or spending that much time investing into it. So I've been really happy with the response to it.
Yeah. The attention that the Haunted PS1 style games get is very nice.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's getting traction.
Was there anything else you wanted to add before we wrap up?
No, I don't think so. Thank you very much for making it with me. It was very fun.
Thanks for asking me to spend Easter weekend just drawing NPCs dying or whatever.
And waiting for a tornado.
Yeah. Waiting for me to die.
That's every day.
Yeah, especially now under pandemic. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. I'm going to stop recording now.
Bye.